Have you ever heard of Hanifa?
I haven't, but this story is very interesting.
Yes, man. So you know what? I actually didn't. I never heard of the brand either before the story went viral months ago. But I did. So I didn't hear about them, but I had a lot of people because with my brand Black Millionaires, a lot of people send me
Right.
if they have a bad experience with a black-owned brand, they send us clips or people complaining and doing all this, wanting us to expose people. And then I clicked on the brand, and I'm like, I mean, it looks like she's doing her thing. Oh, she's a month or two late on your Black Friday thing. I mean, so be it. I mean, whatever.
So what's the story?
So what happened is Hanifa, the owner of the Hanifa brand, basically said she's pausing all operations indefinitely. So she's basically said she considered even shutting the whole brand down. Like she like, fuck this. I'm rich. I just had my baby. I don't need this stress. She's a new mom. She's like, I don't need this stress. Like I love my health, my mental health. Yeah. Because what happened is, so Hanifa did a pre-order. Okay. So you know the pre-order method is always controversial, right?
It is. Because you're supposed to have inventory.
Correct. But the problem with black-owned brands is we don't get the capital.
Right.
We don't get that capital that allows us to go get $2 million worth of inventory, like a Fashion Nova.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't get to build out our infrastructure. We can't hire 150 employees overnight. We don't have the capital. We're basically kind of bootstrapping.
Right.
Or we might have an angel investor here and there. My husband, my wife, my uncle, my big brother went to the NFL, invested some money, but we don't get the institutional capital.
Right.
So we're essentially bankrolling everything, bootstrapping everything. The issue she ran into is she took the pre-order. Now think about this. Tariffs.
Okay.
It was a lot of shit going on at the border. Remember they damn near shut the border down.
Yeah.
You know that was a big thing, but the consumers don't care about that.
No, they want to get their stuff because here's the thing. Consumers are not concerned with if you got capital. You put a pre-order out. Yes. And I expect my stuff by the time, because here's the thing. When you do a pre-order, more likely you know it's going to run out, so you want to get your thing. And people schedule whole like trips and stuff like that. And
that's what happened. So I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
So people were okay. If I'm ordering on Black Friday, right? Because it was a Black Friday order. Okay, I'm ordering my Christmas fit. I'm ordering my New Year's fit.
Yeah.
And then it went from the Christmas fit, like, okay. And then it went to the New Year's fit. Okay, I can get it on New Year's. All right, fuck it. I'll just wear it for Valentine's Day.
Nothing.
After Valentine's Day, motherfuckers got on the internet like, golly, like, where's my order?
Where's my stuff?
And then, let's be honest. Let's be honest here. The undertone, a successful, black, rich woman living her best life. A lot of people they're not okay with it. A lot of people, they're waiting to complain. They waiting to cancel a motherfucker. They waiting to attack a black-owned brand because you told me it was going to come this day. It didn't come. Now, in her defense, because again, the customer just get a refund. In her defense, a lot of people be like, "Oh no, give me my refund." She offered people refunds.
Okay.
She offered people store credit.
They wanted their stuff?
They wanted their stuff. So that's a different level. That's like a cult following.
I was going to say, here's the thing. That's not a bad thing.
It's not.
It's actually a great thing for somebody to be like, no, I want my thing.
Yes.
Like, I wanted it. I see value in it. Yes, it's late, but I still feel like I would still go with this outfit over the money. That's when people pick your merchandise over their hard-earned money. That means something. You're doing something right.
Yes. So she basically, when all these people were attacking her, they start personally attacking her.
Oh, they went to like her personal page.
Personal Instagram, making videos about her personally. So she starts saying, this has grown beyond you're frustrated with your order. Now you're frustrated with me. Now you're attacking me personally. You're sending threats to me.
Wow.
You're DMing me personally. And it started becoming a whole thing on TikTok, on YouTube, on Threads, on Twitter. And she was trending for like 20 days, right? And then she just announced, like, fuck it. I'm pausing indefinitely. And she said, in her video, she said, they fulfilled all the back orders. They still have a bunch of inventory, but once the inventory sells out, she's done. She's done. She's kind of walking away from the production.
Wow.
She's not ordering any product. She's not doing any sales, anything for the foreseeable future. She's a new mom, so she kind of She put like
How much money did she make on this that she could just shut it down and be okay?
I mean, but that's the thing. A lot of
people, she don't still gotta eat every day.
But you're thinking the way a lot of other people think. You're thinking she's in survivor mode. She's not. Well, everybody's not in survival mode.
I asked the question. I said, how much did she make?
I know, and this is what people. That's what people were kind of attacking. I'm glad you said that. People were making personal attacks at her because they semi-jealous. They're like, how the fuck you... Like, even when she made the announcement, they like, so how you gonna eat? And I'm gonna tell you this. A lot of people, this is why people, they don't go off on big brands like they go off on small brands. A lot of people think when you are a small business owner, I'm paying your mortgage.
Yeah.
My $100 I spent is paying your mortgage. Yeah. So I control you. I own you. They don't think about that of the CEO of Chipotle.
Like, she could be a Nepo baby. She could be a trust fund baby. She could be married well. Or
it could be anything. But their stereotypes is, you need this money. You supposed to do everything. You supposed to worship my dollar. Yeah. And she's just like, nope. Fuck y'all. I don't need y'all. I don't need this. If this is bringing stress on me,
literally, I will close the door.
And now the same people who was, oh my God, no, we didn't mean it, begging her, whatever. And I'm just like, I understand the customer's perspective, of course, because I'm a consumer. I buy product, but I also understand the business perspective. And yes, there is a level of accountability that needs to be had. Right. Yes, she did take accountability. But there's also that undertone of, when you are a black founder, people expect you to be Jeff Bezos, and they don't give a fuck that Jeff Bezos' mama and dad gave him $1 million in the 90s to start Amazon. Yeah. They looking at you, just like, remember when you was looking at...
$1 million in the 90s was like $20 million.
But remember when we was watching a video and you was like, damn. This big ass facility.
Yeah, that's what
you thought that was her.
That's what I thought. I was like, wow, it looks like Amazon.
No, exactly. So you like, I don't understand why she can't get these orders out, right? That's a good point. What the hell is she doing? Why is the orders not shipped, right? Yeah. But that's my point. It's like, people think, for one, they always think you got a lot more money than you have.
Yeah.
They always think their money is more valuable to you because they can see a direct impact of their money. And they feel like they own you. And like, think about this. You buy her product and you follow her personally, because she got hundreds of thousands of followers personally, and her brand got 500 grand.
Wow, she's doing
500,000 followers.
She's doing it.
So she's known and her brand is known. Now you buy a product from her. Now your shit, you got your email a month ago, but you ain't heard no updates. Mm-hmm. But she on a fucking vacation. You watching her story?
Oh,
she at the Grammys. Now I don't know if she was at the Grammys. I'm just giving an example. Yeah. Like, you at the Grammys?
Yeah.
You with this like?
I think that's the problem too. I think that's the problem with being the face of your brand.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's hard for black creators to get away from that, because we monetize so much of ourselves. Honestly, we're selling our souls. Yes. Like, we sell our image,
You're pimping yourself out.
Yes, in order for the money. And so because we don't necessarily connect other brands, like, I don't know who is in charge of Fashion Nova or whatever.
Yeah, it's some white rich dude in LA that got $150 million mansion that y'all would not call out. Y'all don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
The Fashion Nova dude call y'all bitches and hoes in the text message. How do I know? Because I'm signed up for the Fashion Nova.
I'm done.
Like, I signed up just to see like their Just to do kind of like market research and see how they market. They be like, "Hey, bitch, we got this for $12." Like, hey,
that's insane.
Like they literally be emailing and texting y'all, calling y'all, all kind of culture appropriating y'all, calling y'all all kind of this and that.
But you know what I heard? I heard there was a lot of like marketing. One of the models sued because of colorism and stuff like that. Like I definitely feel like we don't have that same, because that brand is so large. We don't have that same like, you need to be accountable, sir or ma'am, personally for this business. Yes. We don't do that with Fashion Nova. We don't do that with H&M. Exactly. We don't do that with Zara. We don't do this. So it is unfair that like people expect that from her because they know her personal page and they know her personal brand.
They know her story.
They know her story and everything like that. Here's the thing. If she's this big, because it feels like she's pretty big. I didn't know who she was, but it feels like she's pretty big.
Yeah, she's a big deal.
I wonder if there was another option. I wonder if there was an option to like distance herself from the brand, put somebody else in her spot. That way,
well, the problem is then people gonna start calling you a sellout. Like I seen the lady from Afrotech say this. She was like, "Now, if somebody make her an offer, $40 million." That she can't resist and she sell out, what the first thing people gonna say? You sold out. Why you selling out? Oh, black owned brands can't never stay independent. But the reason they don't stay independent because they got to deal with your black ass complaining if your shit is not as good as Jeff Bezos. And
but not like, what if not sell, but just this is the CEO. I'm still the founder. This is going to be the CEO. Like, what if there was an opportunity?
I don't think it was an operational or executive issue. I don't think it's an issue with her as a leader. No. Really, what she said in the video is the business grew so fast, and their popularity and their orders came through so fast that they really couldn't handle it. And if they had additional capital and things like that, it'd be easier to just go hire a team.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, was there an option to hire somebody to say, this is, the person? You'll probably never see that person like outside of company events and stuff like that. But this is the team. And
I mean, she had different people on her squad, but it's just a tough situation to deal with
because it was so fast.
And I'm gonna be honest, man. Black consumers are some of the hardest consumers to deal with because we're the poorest, we're the loudest, and we're the hardest on our own people. That's why a lot of black brands, or a lot of luxury brands, that's why they ignore. That's why they ignore
black people.
That's why they ignore them.
They don't care.
Because when they cater to black people, then you get canceled like a Target. Look at Target.
It's a catch-22 though, and that's what I'm saying. It's hard all around because I remember I was having this event. I was trying to hire a black restaurant. I purposely wanted to hire a black restaurant. And I didn't want to break the bank though. So I was like, I just need to spend like around $600. Let's call it $600. So I'm like, what can y'all get me for $600? They could get me 2 meats and 2 vegetables for $600.
Well, you know like why
though? 2 pans of meat, like 2 pans of fish, 2 pans of green beans.
They don't have the economies of scale to go out buy the product and lower the cost.
That's what I was gonna say. So wait, and then I was getting the family discount. So this would have been. That's what I'm saying. This would have been. So I ended up having to go to one of those. So they called my uncle and said they can't work with me and all this type of stuff, right? So I was like, look, they don't want to give me nothing for $600. They acting like $600 is no money at all. And I'm like, so I ended up going to some type of barbecue place, whatever. Yeah. You know how much I got for $600? That same $600 I was trying to put in their pocket. Yeah. I got like 3 meats, 2 vegetables, like, and cookies. Like, I got so much for that. So I think it's hard because I would compare that business to that business, but it's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair. So it's like, but also you are competing in that space. Yeah. So you have to also as a business understand what space you are competing in a space where I'm going to get a lot more for that $600.
I know, but again, they don't have the capital. Like even with the Tyler Perry, let's think about Tyler Perry. Like even though Tyler Perry is the Tyler Perry, he's the biggest in the black space. He's still fucking
Like a drop in the bucket.
Drop in the bucket from Hollywood and Marvel. Like Tyler Perry films, you be looking at them and be like, bruh, you could tell he spent like a couple million on this shit.
Yeah.
It's an inch above a Tubi movie, but because it's Tyler Perry, you watching and you like, damn man, if he had a little more production. Now he got one of the biggest facilities. Still, he don't have the budgets. He don't have the budget like a Marvel.
So he
can't create a Marvel.
What's the resolution? Because I don't want Tyler Perry to just shut his doors. You know what I mean?
The resolution would be we need
capital.
We need capital, but we also need to work together. One of my critiques of Tyler Perry is he hasn't mentored nobody and don't have nobody under his wing. You can tell
there's no other Tyler Perry.
There's no other Tyler, you know, there's no other no other person
like proteges
that has the green light. Why is Issa Rae over at Paramount doing shit for the Why is Issa Rae not under Tyler Perry? Why is Ava and all these people why they not exclusively
Shonda Rhimes?
Come on, this is my point. Why they can't Why
are we not working together?
They literally can come together and do their own app and have people subscribe and they will make billions of dollars. But we don't work together.
That just gave me chills, by the way.
You see what I'm saying?
Like, I would love that.
Exactly. Why can't Spike Lee and a bunch of these people come together?
That's not to say they can't do their other stuff, but just have a special project.
Yes.
See how it goes.
We all work on one film a year.
Yeah.
Or we all come together and work on one TV series.
Yes.
But that's my point. There's no Tyler Perry protege.
Yeah.
That I know of.
Yeah. Who knows? There could be.
There could be, but he or she not getting the light a day.
Yeah.
that we know of because we would know him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's twofold. It's like maybe we gotta give, them more grace.
The pot is so small that a lot of black entrepreneurs want to get everything on their own. Hanifa could come together and say, hey, a lot of y'all small owned brands that fuck all that, shut that down, come work for me. Again, white founders, they get good talent. Black founders don't really get good talent because our good talent trying to do their own thing.
That's true too. Everybody, what is it? All these chiefs?
Yeah.
Well, wait, never mind. That's not politically correct.
But all these, you about to get canceled, right? But everybody want to be a boss.
Yeah.
Until it's time to do what boss shit.
Yeah.
Do.